Breaking news! No more Rip Ride Rockit in Orlando, but there is free meth. Can't wait to find out what that story is. And it's a nuclear world after all. All these wonderful news stories and more in this episode of Fun, Fun, Fun. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Dan, your Chuckle King, back with another fresh episode, a fresh news chat here on Fun, Fun, Fun. And it's going to be a beautiful, wonderful day. I'm going to fill your beautiful ear holes with my beautiful voice. I'm going to keep saying beautiful until the word has no more meaning. You know what I mean? When you say the same word over and over again. Speaking of beautiful, my producer's here with me, baby. Nathan. The guy I love right now.
Good evening, Daniel.
And he's on location. Nathan, where are you,
Yes.
baby? What are you doing?
I am not since Buddy Holly crashed in a plane has the music died so hard as it has currently at the closing of Hollywood, as you can see, Rip Ride Rockit.
Man,
so I am here in the desolate queue. There's half the tracks are gone.
Half the track. They took that thing out fast.
Yeah, American Pie.
And I was happy to see it go.
Go.
They besmirched my beautiful firehouse, my Ghostbusters firehouse. They cut a hole right in it, like a Steven Spielberg film in World of the Worlds, War of the Worlds, whatever it's called.
World of the Worlds.
World of the Worlds.
Well, hey.
Hey, we got a great guest with us today to chat news. I'm super hyped to chat with him. He's a Disneyland boy. You might know him as Hey Brickey on YouTube, but I am here to proselytize one of his finest pieces of film that he's ever, one of the finest pieces of coverage of the Halcyon that you all are sleeping on. You're watching Ordinary Adventures. You're watching Jenny Nicholson. What you're not watching is Drape, a Star Wars story, where my boy Mark here, like an absolute unhinged Renaissance fair attending lunatic, enters the Halcyon, and we're not gonna talk about it at all because you just have to see it. You just have to see it, and we'll bring Mark back after you all watch it. Because once I see there's like 25,000 views on the video, then we're gonna bring Mark back. All right, because it's sitting at 20K, and it's a travesty. The Drape is a piece of art, man. Thank you for making it, and welcome to the podcast today, sir. It's Hey Brickey, dude. Well, hey, what's going on, dude?
So good to be here, and so glad to see that somebody appreciated that. When Bobby walked out on stage, he said, "You'll have a chance to live your own Star Wars story." And I took them up on that offer harder than anybody did.
You did it, dude. You created like a soap opera, and it is magnificent. And I'm really proud of you because most of the coverage of the Halcyon, and again, we can't talk about it right now because there's a lot of news to talk about, but so much of the coverage is either Jenny Nicholson talking about the mechanics of it, or it's Peter and Kitra talking about like the joy of it as a Star Wars fan. And there's so much of both of those sides talking about the LARPing of it all. And like, but then also both sides are talking about the reservations they got. And that doesn't feel like you didn't go, your content wasn't about what reservations I got, and I didn't know how the iPad worked, and you just lived your Star Wars story. You have to watch it. Drape, DRAPE, like a dumb grape. Drape.
Like what you have hanging, like what your grandmother has hanging on her windows.
Right. Yeah. Oh, a drape. Right. A drape, Dan. It's a
Dan's
drape.
house
It's
that has
drape.
no windows.
He doesn't. Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
Well, no, I have no drapes. I'm drapeless.
He's a curtain boy.
I want to talk about Nathan's there. Hollywood Rip Ride Rockit closes. Mark, have you ever ridden this attraction, Rip Ride Rockit?
I've never been to any of the Florida Hollywood or any of the Florida Universal parks.
That Spielberg. Who's the guy? Who's the guy who opened Epic with the beard? He's like Universal's tomorrow. He's like handsome. Who's the guy? Like Mark Bruno or something.
Oh, I know who you're talking
Mark
about.
or whatever his name is. You're handsome, but you haven't got Mark's money. So okay, great. You haven't missed out on anything. It was a weird ride where a donut would make you aware of how obese you are, and then you would get locked in, and you'd have to choose like one of 20 songs, and they'd launch you.
Did you write it, Dan?
Yeah, I've been on it like twice before I got real fat.
No, thank you. No, thank you for this ride.
Yeah.
Too crazy. Too tall.
But what was high art at the closure of this was, and I love this because, I mean, oh my God, if Dr. Seeker comes out the day
No,
Animal Kingdom closes.
That's Disney money. Disney don't do this kind of thing.
Listen, it's a lot of the same teams that are working behind the scenes. A lot of the stupid stuff. When it all comes out in the wash, it's like a lot of the same sort of magic at hand. But anyway, the characters from the queue of the ride that appear in the safety video and then have like all kinds of fun little social media nonsense. The sayings have changed throughout the years, clearly. I mean, but the Twitter logo hasn't.
I love that Twitter. I love this innocent baby Twitter logo. In some of this,
like pre-bird.
Yeah, crazy.
So,
but anyway,
they brought them to life. There they are. There they are in real life. All of them. This is magnificent. This is art. This is just a great deal of fan service to actual people who like theme parks, and I respect that. Unanticipated fan service, like out of nowhere fan service. Really cool.
Yeah,
love getting a treat like that.
I will say the ride currently does look like when you're playing Planet Coaster and you're not done yet, and people are just zinging right off. But it is interesting how that they did not wait. They're going to town on that. I just want to say
they did the lady in the red wig dirty because her top was see through. In all of the photos, you could just see both her nips. I mean, in full display.
So
Dan,
they did her
I'm
real
a married
dirty. Man. I wasn't looking for that. I don't know what your deal
is. Listen, you didn't have to look for them. It looked like they were like, did they embroider details on the shirt? Oh, nope. Nope, they didn't. Those aren't details.
And no one can complain. Yeah, no one can complain it was too chilly in Florida.
But Hollywood roller coasters are not just poo-poo in Universal. They're thumbs up in Hollywood studios. Because
I want to know your Rip Ride Rockit thoughts, though. Are you going to miss this ride?
No one's gonna. No one cares about this ride.
There are people.
Now, there's 3 people, and
what was
they're
your
not
song?
right.
What was your song?
I have no idea. I don't know. I don't even know the songs that are on Cosmic Rewind, so don't ask me questions like this. So, the Macarena, maybe? I don't know.
Dan's my favorite newsman. He brings the news and then goes, and then
no, everyone knows. I told you, it's close. You said that you had a great joke about the demo. You had a great bit. We talked about the nipples, and I want to move on. There's nothing else
you cared about. Yeah,
there's nothing
as
else
long as the nipples were brought up.
Mark hasn't even been on it. What does it matter? None of this matters. No, we just leave it a comment if you cared about Rip Ride Rockit. Look at all these comments. Oh my God, I'm scrolling through them right now. There's so many people who don't care at all.
Well, you could listen here. This is another transition. You could used to find Rainbow Connection on Rip Ride Rockit, and of course now,
is that the concept art they dropped?
Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
One of the two.
So I manifested this, and I'm taking full ownership of it. I just want to let everyone know. I thought I was truly manifesting a Powerline coaster, which, if you haven't seen my Powerline layover of this attraction, it will melt your freaking face off and will make you cry tears that it didn't happen. But I like this. Well, I mean, I liked it because it was my idea, so I like this. This is good.
Little credit from the Imagineer quarterback on the couch there, but
what Imagineer? No. I found out my phones have been tapped. I opened this up the other day, and there was a bug in here, and because they brought Pete to the parks. They literally rebuilt Jack Skellington the way I asked them to. I'm just saying.
Someone just subscribe to your channel, man.
Yeah, they're listening. I don't think they're not subscribed, baby. I'm tapped.
Mark, do you have thoughts? What do you think? Are you a Muppet guy?
Well, I am a Muppet guy, but I'm more of a hater of Aerosmith. So I'm happy to close that chapter. There was a moment in pop culture where Aerosmith was on every
they were Nickelback
on the radio dial.
Yeah, they were Nickelback.
On classic rock. They're on pop rock because of the videos and being in all the movies. And I hate them. I hate that they always look like a band of stepmoms, and I've just never been into it. So the death to Aerosmith is a happy death to me.
I am going to say this is the last time I'm going to be able to use this joke, so I'm going to just say it now again for those who've heard it from me, which is it's okay. Aerosmith has gone to a better ride for themselves, which is now they're on the Mummy. So
womp womp
womp womp. But do you like the inside?
What details we got? They put penguins in the control booth.
That
wasn't my original idea of theirs, so I like that.
No, but they were there.
Nice work.
And Lord knows these aren't new penguins. These guys. These are taken right from the orchestra pit, is my guess.
Okay, so it's interesting. Looking at these, also the specific arm structure of Scooter screams to me like Statler and Waldorf. animatronics.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Like the very specific arm. I don't know. I'm just being a conspiracy theorist because clearly they have penguins, but.
I mean, not really. You're not a conspiracy theorist. They're
They're going to build two fresh
the time.
penguins. They're not going to be reused penguins. They're going to be fresh.
Oh, you think they'll be fresh
100%.
penguins?
I think actually all the animatronics are going to be fresh.
Probably.
They're just so simple. They're simple little wop wop. You know, like they don't.
Yeah.
It's nothing.
But
so
an animatronic scooter, like this is what the world we need.
Hey, boss, you're my scooter. So I mean, it's cool.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's great. Thank you.
I mean, you guys are like twins. Look at you. You're both even wearing the same color shirt.
This is
all you need is a clipboard and a little bit more manic energy, and you would be Scooter. So I'm just
oh
saying.
boy, yeah, okay. I do love that. The plot of this is that his uncle, who has of course had bought the. We all know that Scooter's a nepo baby.
Yeah.
His uncle bought the Muppet Theater.
He's the Ben Platt of the Muppet universe. I
yes,
don't know if people
absolutely.
didn't realize that, but
yeah.
Mark Scooter produced such epic films as Wicked and
what you can't see is that Scooter's other arm is in a cast.
Yeah.
This is very Broadway.
Dear Evan Hansen jokes.
Yeah,
it's the right audience. It's the right audience. Okay, so Scooter's uncle buys the theater.
Yeah, and it's still G4
studio
Records, apparently. So they're gonna utilize
saving a lot of signage there, baby.
Saving some
Mark,
signage.
you do some graphic design, you do some advertising stuff.
Yeah.
Does that come to you from clients sometimes? Like, oh, we need to save half the signage.
Well, oddly enough, I worked on merchandising for Rock and Roller Coaster, and when the merchandising went out,
with how much you hate Aerosmith, you worked on it.
Why do you think he hates him?
Well, I mean, because of we'll say how Disney chooses and not chooses to spend money. No Aerosmith stuff is allowed to be in the merchandise. That's a whole separate bucket. So, like, you can't even do parodies of the song titles. Like, you have to stay totally away from all of that.
You couldn't Weird Al it at all?
You could not.
The
you could
disrespect.
Not do that.
I hope that they do. I hope the Muppets do it to Aerosmith now. Now that they're out, I hope the Muppets
it's parody.
Like,
it's fair use.
Yeah,
yeah,
we're the Muppets. We don't care. You know.
I pitched editorial that said "Scream On." And that's too close to dream on, and they said no. So anyways, we did this work, and you do the work in 1 year and it comes out 2 years later. So we do the work and then turn it in, invoice, and then like 90 days later they announce that the roller coaster is no more. And I'm like, did we just design the final merchandise for Rock and Roller Coaster, or do we design the merch that will never make it to shelf? Turns out it's at Hollywood Studios right now. The final merchandise was made by Lincoln Design Co. I worked on.
Get yourself some limited edition.
That's cool. And then some intern used Canva to just put final week on the bottom of all the art you did.
You say Canva, I say hot chick Photoshop.
Okay, yeah. There you go. Yeah, you're right. It's this equally a powerful tool the more I see people use it. So for what I use Photoshop, that's actually not true at all. I do really weird stuff in Photoshop for my thumbnails. So I don't think I could do that in Canva. One time, half a Sonic was missing his face because a guy was standing in front of it, and the Sonic just looked so weird. I was like, I gotta use this Sonic. He's the Sonic for the thumbnail. So I rebuilt the other half of his face to like cover it up, and it worked. Sort of. I mean, from a distance, it's fine, which is great. You can't see it from my house. So, Rock and Roller Coaster. Is there any more to the story?
No, I was just going to say that we did all that, but I was also curious, if you had half a Sonic's face, you could have just flipped it over and had a whole face, right?
No, the parallax, man. It wasn't. Yeah, bro. It wasn't. What do you think? I was lucky? You think it was a head-on, dead center shot? What world do you think I live in? This isn't the best universe. We're not in the best timeline, Mark. That's not the kind of stuff I'm served up.
The only other thing to note, really, is that we already know that I mean, this is pretty obvious, but the guitar concept art is a go because they've already put in a permit to paint that guitar. So
it's great.
Yeah,
I'm now realizing that the ride vehicle, I in my dumb video I made a couple years ago, I pitched putting the Electric Mayhem bus on the archway at the end of the thing, but they won't do that. They'll just repaint that as well, which I'm sure that permit covers because it's all one piece. It goes from there all the way out to the archway, so I'm sure that it's going to be a part of it.
Yeah, the other thing that I do love from the news is that it says that they're going to get help to get you to the concert thanks to Muppet Labs. So we might be getting some Bunsen, some Beaker in that.
Oh, sure. They're
going to
put like fart juice in the tank or whatever. And it's going to like, it's going to shoot out Muppet farts or whatever. Yeah,
all I want is to go through a big Dr. Teeth mouth, Krusty Clown style.
Sure.
I need that.
I'll take that.
I'll take that. But beyond that, it should just feel like an acid
all I want to
trip.
do is I want to fly into Kermit's butt and out his mouth. You know?
Okay.
I want him to puke us out and a big mirror to show it happening, you know?
The Dr. Teeth model would be great if it was a giant set of teeth and the gold tooth swung open, and that's the one. You went through one tooth instead of the whole mouth. What I'm curious about, though, is this.
Bricky.
Is that from a theme park design aesthetic, that is a very, like, just weird corner. It's almost like, hey, we're just going to throw a roller coaster in a closet. There's no theming. Yeah. It's a weird parking lot. Like, you always feel like you went to a 90s radio station meetup and nobody else decided to show up. So I'm like, Muppets go from having their own courtyard, their own sort of articulated world. Are they going to build any set pieces? Or is it like, well, come see Muppets at the mall?
I like this, Mark. I like this because I didn't realize until Nathan just told me what the story was of the roller coaster. I will put $50 down right now that Scooter's uncle then buys the theater behind the studio for the Muppets to return, for Muppet Vision to return, which is why a lot of the characters that are featured in Muppet Vision won't be heavily featured. Like Dr. Teeth, the Electric Mayhem aren't in Muppet Vision. So they've already entered the philanthropist into the storyline that has disposable cash. And you change a little bit of the pre-show, so Scooter's in the new pre-show being like, hey, you know, like whatever, my dad, my uncle, you know, yada yada yada.
Scooter's in the pre-show. Scooter's already in the pre-show.
Yeah, whatever. You add like an extra scene, you know, you do a little bit, you know, and so it's so clear that yes, I think to answer your question, Mark, like this will become the new Muppet Studios. Instead of the Muppet Courtyard, it'll become Muppet Studios. Like, here's the record, here's our recording studio, here's our theater, you know, here's the toilets, and the toilets will have, you know, fun. It's all a perfect little secluded corner underneath. But let me also say, underneath the Hollywood Tower, you know, hotel, which is so appropriate for the studio location in California. It just even layers into.
I am totally 100% for. I love Twilight Zone, but I get the rights thing. If you just want to do a full-on Happiness Hotel re-theme.
Be still my heart. If they did a Happiness Hotel where the chaos of the Muppets have taken over the tower and that's why it doesn't work, and it was a big explosion by the Muppet Labs that caused the front of it to fly off.
It's perfect.
Like, it's a perfect overlay. Be still my heart. Let us lose Jesus, dear baby Broadway Jesus, let Disney please lose the rights to Twilight Zone so that we may be gifted this. If Muppets just slowly then take over the park as all the franchises die, and it just becomes Muppet Park, Muppet Star Wars, Muppet Toy Story, you know what I mean? Just put Muppets everywhere. I'm happy with it. Muppets, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
You make a good point though, because like, when you stand in front of Rock and Roller Coaster and you look over to the left, you see those beautiful backstage buildings that are their office buildings that are all copying the Art Deco decor of Hollywood studios here in Burbank. So it does feel very studio there. So in your timeline, this is the way that we're seeing it. Right now, the Villain Show is a test. We're doing market research for what's going to come to Magic Kingdom.
It's not even market research. They're actually doing training, cast training. Okay. Like they're building perception of villains as characters in the parks that operate, and like they're training people into villains. They're testing other villains behind the scenes to swap out into the show. So it is a staging ground. It's not just like it's literally a staging, and they did it. They've done it before with other franchises. You know, Pandora was the staging ground of Batu, you know, and so they do these things. They like do a little sample and then they you know, throw up big somewhere else.
And so you see that once that phase is over with, that cycles over and that it gets absorbed by the Muppets and it just kind of expands. I love that plan. I think most fans would too.
Yeah, and if you're inside the theater, if you're inside that space and you like look around and you check it out, it's perfectly built for Muppet Vision. Like almost like there's two like seats up on the far left and right. The entire wall is all digital so that you can do the explosions, the Waldos, the like, you know, they like half of the theater is a digital wall. So you can you can just recreate it digitally. And there's a lot more layered screens, so again, just do a lot of digital puppetry.
If you want to just give me Here Come the Muppets, I'll take Here Come the Muppet. I'll take whatever. Like,
Sure.
I I'd love a monorail crashing through a wall.
There are
again.
problems to
That'd be
solve.
wonderful.
Like there is no place for the pre-show in that
No.
space, but there's lots of space to work with to like enclose that huge, hot, sunny area. Just put a roof on it and put the signs, a la the Twister pre-show experience. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care. Add a clip of Bill Pullman talking about the dangers of.
If I could have, I need two
there's a Bill
Muppets
Paxton.
that don't like each other.
They're the same in my head.
On two different screens. That's very important.
Right. That's all I need.
Sam
That's all I
and,
need.
Yeah, Gonzo, and they don't talk, and so
Right.
it's the only way to make it work. Speaking of news that's not fun,
Yeah.
but interesting to say the least.
This happens way more than anyone really has context of.
Truly.
You only find out when people get hurt because it's a bunch of younger people, some very responsible, and I know a few of them, and they're awesome, and some that are a little weird. God bless them.
Also, as we'll notice in this news piece, this was not the best weather for this. So we have a ferry boat crash at the Magic Kingdom. There were several guests that were reportedly hurt. We had 19 head to the hospital.
Yeah.
And basically, it was like, what was it, midnight, like 11 something at night.
Yeah.
And it was storming, a Florida storm in the middle of the night. It's not, in my opinion, that big of a shock that there's a crash. I think the thing that's interesting is that apparently they weren't, after post crash, nobody came over the announcements and said like, this is what's just happened, please stand by or anything. I think it really jostled emergency purposes.
Gotcha.
And
Sounds like people hit some trash cans is what happened.
not the first time people hit trash cans either.
Knocked the wind out of them, and it's
Yeah.
that kind of thing that I get it. It stinks, and it's a real boat. It's not the Jungle Cruise or the Mark Twain or the pirate ship. It's a real boat. It's not even the friendship boats. The friendship boats are like trolling fisherman boats with like little like fake engines. Like these are actual watercraft that are free floating. So it's bound to happen, just statistically. It just happens.
In that classic corporate way, the answer was we're going to get rid of the trash cans that make us get sued.
Yeah. That's the part we change.
Throw your trash into the sea, folks. It's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Dan,
but, hey,
I am in the absolute minority here. I've always had interest in what happens if you just. It's too long. It would be a complete utter redo. But the ferries are so weird, and I hate them. And I used to love them, but it takes forever. It's great when you go once a year, maybe. But when you're an AP and you're there and you're just
Magic
like,
Kingdom's an abomination for annual pass holders.
It takes forever. And I just wish there was a
There
better
needs to be
way.
an annual pass holder parking lot. That's all. There just needs to be a little parking lot with a tram, like over where they were going to build that one place next to the Contemporary.
Oh,
just
sure.
Put a little gravel pad in. You don't even need to pave it. Screw those annual pass holders. Just a pad and don't even build an enclosure, a sun umbrella that's not even tied down. I don't care. The annual if the annual pass holders want to have a quicker way into the park, it's fine. But like they're whiners. They have an easy way. It takes 21 minutes. Takes 25 minutes. It sucks, but it is a convenient way. God forbid we live in a city that functions. But give them a gravel pad to park on. I hear you. I'm right. I would park on it and get rained on and let birds poop on me or whatever is going to happen back there in the woods.
You seem to have love for ferry boats. Is this?
Yeah. So the Admiral Joe Fowler and General Joe Potter are two of my favorite rides at Magic Kingdom. Like,
that's fair.
From a design aesthetic, when you come around that little island in the middle and the park appears and reveals itself, it's absolutely beautiful.
Very cinematic.
I try to make it my last ride on the trip because I just feel like it's the ultimate kiss goodbye. And the amount of work that they put into Seven Seas Lagoon is insane. So I love that whole reveal. I do think that it's insane, though, that the three of us could just rent a pontoon boat and rip around that body of water. That is
nuts.
One of my all-time favorite Disney World experiences. I'm like, we can really do this, and we can just drive wherever the hell we want to go.
It's one of the ways that the park still operates like a functional park. In
for
a way,
sure.
Yeah.
Well, the sign off is our boats are bigger than yours, so if you run into us, you're going to be the one that's hurt more than our ferry boats. So
there are there's water security that kind of will cruise up to you when you're on your pontoon boat, and be like, hey guys, you're a little bit too close. Because I was just like, how close can I get? And then the dude came up like, you're too close. So I had to go back a little bit. But one day I did it with my friend Adam, and we literally did the entire edge of Bay Lake and Seven Seas Lagoon. Like we just
That's
went
rad.
the entire perimeter, and it was such an amazing way to see everything. So I happen to really love
Highly
the boats,
recommend it.
but I'm also just I'm a transportation nerd. I don't
Yeah.
like I'll be at Walt Disney World for a week, and my wife Beth will be like, "You're leaving today. Have you rode a ride yet?" And I'm like, "Does the monorail count as a ride?" She's like, "You need to just go ride one ride, you idiot."
I fully
Transportation
understand.
lover. I dig it. I dig it.
It's ferry boat 2. No, actually, I disagree. For me, it's been monorail 2 and ferry boat back because I get to enjoy the fireworks ferry boat style. And I think that's the way to do it. And that's hard for me to get rid of. I love that view of the fireworks when you're leaving. Also, because you're like, I'm on the boat already. Bye, everybody.
I'm saying, well, they built the walking path so you can walk.
You can. And I have.
Yeah.
It's fun when it's not
Yeah.
hot.
Well, you
Love the
can't
walking
right now
path.
because of the Polynesian construction, though, I think. Well, they divert you, I think. No,
They
I don't
divert.
think you can walk. I don't think you can walk. I think it's
Man.
closed.
I've
the walking path's
completed
closed.
one of the weirdest walking paths at Magic Kingdom. I was stuck at the Contemporary during Hurricane Ian. And it's my version of a Disney cruise where they make you stay in a hotel for 3 days. So it felt like I was on a cruise. So after being there, and I'm like, I can't eat these restaurants anymore. I've walked every square of the Contemporary. I need to go someplace else. We walked all the way over to the Grand Floridian, and we walked past that to the Poly. And they're like, "Sorry, guys, you can't come in. It's only guests are staying here." So I thought maybe security would give us a ride back to the Contemporary. No, they just let us walk back in a hurricane. A security guy pulls up and goes, "What are you guys doing?" We're like, "We're walking." He pulls up his shirt and goes, "Yeah, it's the two walkers. I don't know. They're like taking photos of ducks and shit." And then he's like, "All right, you guys be safe." And we're like, "Cool. Thanks for the ride back, brother."
Yikes.
Well, you had ducks to take pictures of. They weren't going to interrupt
Yeah.
that.
But there was no
Yeah.
traffic because everything was shut down because of the hurricane. So, like, literally, I've done the long way park or a resort hop walk, and it was wild during a hurricane.
I tell you what, when I lived in Florida, I as much as hurricanes are bad in Florida, I loved a hurricane because everyone freaks out that doesn't live there, and then you've got a day, maybe 2, where the parks are just dead, and you can just kind of walk through them, and it's amazing. So
Well,
hard to
another
beat.
bizarre thing that happened on that trip, and I'll keep it fast, is that you know how there's always the parked police cruiser like in front of Bay Lake Tower that's like kind of patrolling people going up to Magic Kingdom. Well, we walked past that guy and he didn't say anything. So we went to the security point and they had pulled out all the security scanners. There was no security there. So we walked farther. And guess what? We got up to the very front of the Magic Kingdom and it was completely not being patrolled whatsoever. Now, if I wasn't me and wasn't like deathly scared of getting like banned from the parks, you could have literally walked onto Main Street. So a cast member comes out and is like, "How did you all get here?" And it's like me and a friend, and there's other just like regular families that are just hanging out. And like, "Well, we just all walked up." She goes, "Didn't security stop you?" We're like, "No, we walked
What
back."
security, baby?
The security guy fell asleep. He was asleep in that cruiser. And when she banged on the window, he was like, popped up like, "Oh," like totally had passed out. So yeah, it was a wild experience. Like I have a memory of being in front of the Magic Kingdom, and it's literally 5 people are standing there and nobody else, and it's completely closed. So,
so
another
crazy.
bizarre hurricane only experience.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
cool. That's cool, dude. That's a cool story. Love a hurricane. Love a hurricane. Here
would go
comes the
there
hurricane. Hey, new bar opens
Yarg.
up at the Magic Kingdom. Speaking of the Magic Kingdom,
Yep.
and only 5 people went. I hear it's not very popular. No one likes it. Have you heard about? Have you heard about this, Mark? This I think it's called the Beak and Barrel.
I have heard about it, and I'll let you say what you want to say, but I'll just say up front, I think lounges and bars inside of Disney theme parks is a really bad mix match. Like, I think that at all times, you're going to make more people upset than you're making happy, and I don't think that kind of follows what they're supposed to do in a Disney theme park.
I like this. We're gonna have a good conversation about this, but I think let me run through the photos we have here. So Beacon Barrel, of course, is opened now, and we've got this is what they call the mess, which is kind of the main area, which includes the bar. And from a thematic standpoint, the easiest way to sort of put it is it's sort of like it's Trader Sam's for pirates is the way I've been telling people, because I think people are like, well, what is it? Is it like just a bar? And it's like, no, it's more than that. There's thematic stuff like Rummy, who is the parrot that comes out and speaks every 15 minutes, which is, it's rad. We got Barker Bird back. I can't hate on that. And then we have, I think this is the captain's quarters, if I remember correctly, which is the best part about this area is, as you can see there's some ships sitting on the fireplace, and those ships battle each other. So that's really cute. I like that quite a bit. So, fun sort of Trader Sammy's esque things. And then, of course, when there's no seats left, you get stuck in the map maker's room, clearly, which is all. It looks like all standing, which is. It sort of looks like Oga's Light when it comes to this area.
Thematically, this gives me the energy of a cruise, like what they put into cruise ships, like what they did with the Haunted Mansion. It feels very like, and I would very much expect to see a beacon barrel on a Disney ship eventually.
Sure,
like, it feels very appropriate. Like this feels very appropriate.
There's a bit of Magellan's in here too, if you've been to Japan, like in that sense of great theming. And
have you been to Japan, Nathan? You've never mentioned
me. Me in Japan. I won't talk about it, but it's pretty great. They do have in the Trader Sam's element. They have the classic a new mug. It doesn't do anything for me, but not a shock. Not a shock. You are limited to one mug a group. Weirdly enough, so
a group.
Yeah, we'll see how enforced that is.
That's
see.
Wild.
Yeah. So,
although I guess I wouldn't mind that if they would have done that on the cruise ship, because I didn't get a chance to even see the mug on my treasure sailing, because like 6 people in the group all got the drink and all kept the mug, and then they all disappeared by the end of like one single sailing, because like everyone on the ship bought one.
That makes sense. I'm trying to find the food listing here.
The food listing is wild.
It's pretty crazy. Dan, you were interested in a couple things. I think this is the weirdest one, which is the Kraken's Catch. Yes, ladies and gentlemen.
What is this? Like, is this like a Bloody Mary ceviche sort of like mashup? What is it?
It is a literal octopus tentacle. So great. Marinated in lemon juice and lime juice and paired with olives, bell peppers, avocado, and pico pepper almond phone. That means my wife, she wouldn't drink this anyway, but she can't have it. And I think it's a cold salad. It looks like a drink, but it's a cold salad.
It's a ceviche.
Yeah, this is what we're looking at here. So
let's pound a couple of those and get that lightning lane for Space Mountain and see how we feel 20 minutes later.
Yeah,
this feels like one of the novelty menu items. Although people are into this, the Mediterraneans, they exist.
This is. It looks gross, so I'm going to do it for social.
But like octopus are like really smart.
Yeah.
Are we cool with this? This feels weird. I've watched like a few documentaries about how smart octopus are. They're smarter than most of your kids. And so are we cool with this? I don't know.
Think about the volume of octopi that they would have to kill.
You're eating a golden retriever is all I'm saying. You're eating the leg of a golden retriever. You think they are as equally as intelligent as a golden retriever, and you're eating one of its legs in your ceviche. And to Mark's point, you got to chop up. That's a lot of octopus losing legs.
Yeah,
all right?
8 per group.
Farming rubber?
I agree. I think that they're smart enough, and evolution tells me that in not too long, they will be able to go to Disneyland and Disney World themselves, and that's 8 hands for magic bands.
Nathan,
so
speaking of octopus, are you watching Alien Earth?
Yeah, man.
That thing rules. With the eyeball octopus.
Yeah.
Oh my god. What an amazing design choice for a weird.
You are leaning into a fun and tell I will have next week.
Cool. All right, what's the other thing? There was like a weird like finger with bits. I don't know what was the thing.
Finger with bits. This is what
it's
you
like a popsicle,
sent me,
maybe.
Which
what's this? Is that like a poop ball? And this is like some parrot turds. And this is a severed finger.
This is a treasure trove.
And this is a cup of pirate piss.
It's a non-alcoholic beverage of pirate piss.
Yeah.
As you sip
Oh,
a
get
mix.
me a mug of pirate piss.
Get a pirate piss.
It's fun to say.
It
It's
tastes
all right.
like-
Let the kids say pirate piss once. Just let them say it once.
It's seawater and dysentery.
Yeah, but what is this? It looks
It's
like a chopped off finger,
The drink is
a dung ball.
Do you want to know what it is, or you just want to keep talking? Tell you what.
I don't want to know what it is.
As you can see here, it is a drink which is a non-alcoholic mix of ube, lemon, and coconut. I do love an ube, so you can also snack on some sweet treats like a vanilla cake plank. Cake plank.
That's a
chocolate,
finger.
Chocolate cannonball and golden caramel popcorn.
And
that
fun
popcorn,
fact, the cannonball comes out exactly the way it goes in. So if you eat that thing whole, you can fire one off later on in the hotel. Don't break
man.
the toilet bowls. Don't break the porcelain. Don't push. This is a fact for everybody, all right? Let the poop push itself. Don't push the poop, all right? That's just ask your doctor. He'll tell you more about it.
doctor.
But that's the thing. Let the
This
poop
is
push
the-
itself. But
this
man,
is
when
the
that brownie
company-
cannonball comes firing out, whew, we're putting holes in walls, baby.
Hey, this is the company that legitimately had animal poo themed chocolates at Animal Kingdom.
scat
so.
chocolates. Yeah, so.
Yeah.
Mark, did you design the scat chocolates? It seems like it'd be up your alley.
That is not. I'm not a scat artist. That's not one of my professional attributes.
Did
I
you
will
like
say
any
this-
of the foods?
Where?
Like there, did any of it entice you? Were you enticed by
Beacon
any?
barrely all the stuff you looked at, any of the treats they were offering?
No, I looked over it and I just thought it all seemed like a showy and that it's all for the gram and didn't pertain to me. A close friend of mine who has no skin in the game, he doesn't do any Disney media. He went and said the menu was like hit or miss. Some things were really good, some things were not.
His name is Clark Schlicky, and he's this great source of mine who says it's all nothing.
It was my cousin Ricky who likes to do these things. No, and he's the type of guy who buys the entire menu and tastes everything once. So that was his review. But
You're friends with the Try Guys? That's wild.
my
Just the one nobody talks about anymore.
Those guys, what is their bill when they eat one of everything at Disneyland? That's not real. I've never watched one, so I mean it's my own fault for not knowing. But do they really eat one of everything at Disneyland?
No.
I eat one churro and I'm like, oh, well, I'm done. You know,
I literally have a friend who is a order the menu type of guy, and we've been out to eat before. Once it had happened in Carthay Circle, and she goes, appetizers? And he goes, yes. And she goes, which one? He goes, the appetizers. I'll take the whole page. And the woman was like, are you sure? And he's like, I'm absolutely sure. Here's my thing, though, about the lounges at Disney parks. When I go to a Disney park, I don't intend to be treated like I'm at a strip club. And so when you walk in, 2 drinks, 45 minutes, sitting with strangers, like the whole hustled in and hustled out does not feel like a Disney theme park. Oga's Cantina is one of my least favorite experiences. The bar is beautiful, the design, everything's great, but the whole like push you in, pull you out, that just doesn't feel like a Disney experience to me.
Well,
Oh my
it was going to
God.
be a little later in the news, but since you brought it up, Oga's is now ending reservations at Disneyland.
Yep.
so
Is
it's
that
gonna be even
surprising?
more like that.
Yeah, like why? Why?
Tournament burn 'em, baby.
Well, for a long time now, it's been you just walk up and you join the standby, which basically they want you to plan your day around what's convenient for them. So you go up and you get on a list. Then they'll text you when you come back. You have 10 minutes to get back. They give you a window of maybe 20 or 30 minutes. So like the time that it takes to get into Oga's, you can't really get into anything else. And if you miss that window by a minute, then you're just completely scratched and you're off. So Oga's really is a lot of Disneyland time management. And for a local, who cares? Like I'm going to be there next week. I don't care. But for people that are trying to like rip it and get it all done, it becomes a very difficult thing to do. And then when you get in there, you know, you're standing by strangers. Like, I just don't think for the volume of guests that they have, these sort of, you know, more intimate experiences, it just doesn't add up. Like, you're bringing tens of thousands of people into your park a day. Why would you make a product that can only service maybe 1,000 of those people tops for the entire duration of the day?
Yeah.
I mean, I just read this large New York Times article about how the middle class is basically being pushed out of Disney,
For sure.
and I think that that's one reason. You know, it's like if you can reserve something and you'll pay high dollar for whatever, we'll give it to you. I think that what's interesting about things like Oga's and like this all used to be it all used to be resort, right? Trader Sam's is the model for all of these things, and even Trader Sam's, you go to it now and you're like, you're lucky if you get in the door.
I wish it was the size of Oga's.
Yeah,
Well,
my gosh.
I did a video where I broke down, like, they were going to put that highly themed restaurant Galaxy's Edge. Then they, at the last hour, they backed out and they didn't do it, even though both lands are built with the restaurant space there unclaimed.
It's there, yeah.
But they decided, like, we can do this behind the paywall of the hotel. So they go even more to get the money off of it. And so I said, you can't do a restaurant of this nature inside of the parks. People go, what about Hoop-to-Doo Review? And I go, what about it not being inside of the theme park? Like, Disney is capable of doing highly immersive experiences, but you can't do it inside the berm of Disneyland. It is too high volume.
Well, yeah, it's already what the Disneyland is. It already is what Disneyland is.
100%.
And if they can turn Oga's into what that bar is in the UK Pavilion, where it's like, come on in, grab the drink, and then like you would if you were at a pub, and then like wander around.
That's a real bar.
Yeah. It's a real bar, and and so is Oga's, baby. No, out there on Tatooine, Batu, wherever.
Batu.
If they can turn it and burn it into that kind of thing where you pop in, you get your favorite drink, and then you're allowed to like head out into the land, and I can see it being successful if it's not being gate kept. I'm sure that it will eventually balance itself out, and people will get what they want out of it. Because here's the thing, Mark, I don't know if you've heard, but no one likes Star Wars anymore. So, they're really, everyone's like 6 people I think are left that like Star Wars. You might be one of them. So I think Peter and Kitcher are the other 2. And so it's like no one cares, like at least right now,
the people who love homework are still into Marvel and Star Wars, and those who don't like homework are no longer into them.
Well, I have a different theory, and this is where Disney and Star Wars have a lot in common. Nobody hates Disney and nobody hates Star Wars more than Disney fans and Star Wars. Like, it is a self-hating prophecy. So it's weird. It's like the people that hate it the most are also its biggest fans. So very hard.
It's remarkable how much Disney has taken and Star Wars has taken the place of the church in people's life. Because people had the same relationship with the church.
You're stealing my business.
You were so right.
This is my thesis. Yeah, no, for sure. 100%.
Well, it's your thesis, but I'm also the guy who pitched the idea of Disney Church on Sundays, where I just say turn to the Book of Aladdin, chapter 4, where he meets Jafar in the prison. What's that? Tell me. Costumes? Is that what you want to talk about? Tell me about?
Oh,
costumes?
sure. Yeah. I'll bring up the photo. So we have
costumes.
We have Costume Man wants to talk costumes. We're going to talk costumes. The pirates costumes around that area used to look like this, which my brain didn't think these were bad until I saw the new ones.
Peanut butter and jelly, baby.
Yeah. It is what it is, but the new ones land in that.
What's the pirate's favorite lunch? PB&J. I don't know. That's what it makes you. Whoa! Look at that.
Yeah.
They look like they're from the Lost Continent and Universal Studios Islands of Adventure.
These are the same sort of pick and choose swap costume concepts.
I love it. Yeah, like Batu.
Yeah. And you have some hats as well. These are rad. I really like these costumes, and they definitely look, in comparison to the other ones.
Which means you should be able to get the other costumes at Cast Connection now if you want to dress like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So make sure call your cast member friends and be like, hey, can you get me the peanut butter pants? Dan, can you get me the jelly vest?
You're the costume man. You tell me. Is this good?
Yeah, it's great. I love it. It's a cast member costume. The people are going to be sweating and pooping in them for the next 20 years. God bless. Good luck. I
mean, it looks a lot more comfortable than the previous outfits, too. Like, fashion-wise, it looks a lot
breathable,
more comfortable.
Better fabrics, which isn't always the case. Apparently, they've really screwed over maintenance and custodial with their new costumes that are not breathable and are very heavy and very uncomfortable.
Why would maintenance and custodial people need to not sweat, Dan? That doesn't make any in
I don't
Florida.
Know. That's a good question.
Doesn't make any sense.
That's a good question. Hey, you a big Thunder fan, Bricky?
I am.
You like a Big Thunder?
I enjoy it. It's
Your
right
Disneyland Big Thunder is so good. Yeah, it is. It's good though. It's a comfortable thrill. You're right.
It is.
It's a comfortable thrill, and Disneyland's is so good. I was just there. First thing I rode when I got in the park, baby.
I mean,
it was
it's
just
all
like,
better.
It's
all
like
better
the new finale, like all refurbished. It's
so
the
good.
new track. It's new track right out there. It's smooth as butter, baby. It's smooth as butter. But
it's also such a great spot in the park too. Like, it's on the edge of the woods there. It's kind of reserved back. If you can
got that
time it
petrified tree.
Yeah, that Walt gave to his wife as a gift. What a gift!
What a gift. Here's my old wood. My Walt's old wood. His last gift to Lillian. My one-man play. Don't smoke near it, baby. It's my old flammable wood.
They did. They cut
it.
that out of the animatronic for sure. Yeah,
I saw it. I'm going to talk about it in my fun, in my
all right.
for funs and tells.
But
Magic Kingdom's getting a new opening.
Yeah. Well, we're getting new track. We're getting all sorts of stuff. And
a new opening scene. What's the story?
They're changing the opening scene. So the story. This is from the press release. The story of Big Thunder.
Strange turn of events. They're adding racism back into a ride. They're making all the bats racist in the uphill climb. Hey, it's crazy. It's bold. It's new. It's daring. They're bringing back Rare Fox.
Yeah. You have to. It appeases the governor.
Governor DeSantis said, you bring back that weird angry bear from Splash Mountain and you put him in one of those caves. And they did it. They just bent right over.
So the story goes, it says, the story of Big Thunder Mountain Railroad dates back to olden times, or rather golden times, during the early days of America's first major gold rush, when Barnabas T. Bullion, Tony Baxter, for those
first
who don't
discovered
know.
He was bisexual by entering the queer cavern, a rainbow-laden cavern full of mystical pools where you discover your sexuality by bathing in them.
Hey, I'll take it.
That's a clip, baby. That's a good clip for something.
I like when you're shooting your shot, Dan. You're like, this is the one right here. This is the goal.
Yeah.
So it looks like, however,
listen, I'm on a podcast with Drape. Okay, I know I'm in good company.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Please watch Drape, a Star Wars story, on YouTube.
So apparently, one day, strange and unexplainable things started to happen. Machines failed, cave-ins.
Everyone's turning gay, and our train stopped working.
Gay.
Quick, head to the queer cavern and investigate. Ooh, there's a spooky ghost, and he's mad.
Yeah, they've changed they're just playing music from Sylvester the whole time.
It's the ghost of RuPaul. As you go by, he tells you if you Shantae, you stay.
He's the shaman of songs. The idea here is that trains started to show up and they weren't. And that nobody was in them, right, which was kind of part of it already. But the idea of this beginning thing is that you have this, everything's fine. The bats aren't racist. And then the bats get racist, and everything gets red and scary. So there's a little mystical element now to the...
Your cavern, you find out it's in Florida, and they turn the real lights on. That's wild. Yeah. It's wild. The plot thickens.
So the ending, we're not sure. Basically...
if they're going to updo the dynamite thing?
They had released a statement that had mentioned the dynamite, and then they cut it out of the web thing. And people were like, "They're going to cut the dynamite," and it's like, no, they were just going to hold that off to like some side panel at D23 or something, and now they can't. So, my guess is we better get the dynamite.
Yeah, why wouldn't we? Disney loves building something one place and then building it again in another place. It's their favorite thing. It's their favorite thing. Yeah. It's like they're like the old guy in Contact, my favorite film about extraterrestrial life. That line where he's like, "Why build one for one price when you could build two for twice the price?" Like he's so right. He's so right. $2 billion Star Wars lands, build them, baby. So hey, this next piece of news. Have you heard about this Hiroshima doll they put in? It's a Small World. Mark, did you see this?
I did see that happened, and I'm like, really? Even Small World's getting political these days.
Yeah, it is. Oh, yeah. Oh, are you kidding me? It's the most political place you could be. It's the UN for children.
Well,
and they have all terrible tempers. You try to get them all together, try to get them to pass resolutions, and they haven't taken naps. Good Lord.
It's certainly not going to be. This ride is certainly not going to be sponsored by Ben and Jerry's anytime soon.
No, it's not. Well, he doesn't work there. They sold the company to Uline.
That's 100% true. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Unilever
Ben's just using
20 years ago.
Jay Leno's buying cars. George Lucas he's got horses or whatever. He's got a gallery. Yeah. And Ben, well, he's lactose intolerant now. He's got nothing to live for.
So
yeah, this is wild, man. This is wild. Mark, what did you think? When you saw this, what was your hot take?
I mean, I just hate when stuff like this gets inside of the park because literally we live in such like troubled times, and it's nice to have one place that this doesn't kind of stuff doesn't exist. You know, like I'm very into politics. I consume a lot of time following politics. Like we're in crazy.
It's real
times
healthy,
right
isn't
now.
it? Feels great. Feels great.
It's so healthy that I love that when with my Disney content I don't mention any of that stuff. And you know, when somebody comes to my community and in the comments they're DEI or they're woke or this, that, and the other, I'm like, come on, man, like let's just have a space where this is exempt. And you know, stuff like this pops up and you're like, we just can't escape it in today's world, you know. And I get why people are doing things, but I don't know, man. It's like I always try to look at it this way. What's the conversation that somebody has to have with their kids? And how does that affect the day at Disneyland? And, you know, Magic Kingdom as well. When you go past people that are, you know, protesting on the outskirts and about race stuff, it's like, what's the conversation mom and dad has to have with their kids on the way to this vacation that they've been saving up for 2 years for, and they have to explain why these people are out front with signs. So I always hate when that kind of leaks into the park.
You have kids, Mark?
I absolutely do not. I love to pull out.
Jesus, Joseph and Mary, you're gonna have to bleep that.
No, that's staying in. There's no way I'm taking that. I did not make a podcast.
Well, listen, I have two children, and let me tell you that them seeing a Hiroshima doll isn't going to rock them. All right, they are the stuff that they see on Pinterest every day. Like Shrek with a pickle face, you know what I mean? being like what, you know, or like they just are, you know. 9/11, the Titanic, Hiroshima, World War I, World War II, they're all hilarious memes to these kids. Like they're not nothing is real because they don't live in a real world. So I understand that part of it all, but like have the conversation. Let two men make out in front of your kids and then explain that people love each other. Oh my God. You know, so the problem, I have two thoughts on this.
Okay.
Hold on, before you give these thoughts, I think our audio listeners have not really given an opportunity to understand what's going on.
For everyone at home, a blonde woman who initially obscured her face but then later made it about her posted a video on TikTok, which is point number one, by the way. This narcissist.
Sole use of this TikTok profile, by the way.
Yeah, and it becomes her like hot girl TikTok by the end of it. It's the funniest thing I've ever witnessed in a Hiroshima protest in my entire life. That we turned Hiroshima protest into hot girl Instagram.
I do love her. She's got some Dolce & Gabbana glasses.
Yeah,
like it's a full thing.
Absolutely unhinged. And initially in the video, her face is blurred. It's all about carrying the doll into the park. She's carrying the doll around. A cast member's like, "What's this about?" She's just like, you know. And then she gets she throws it on the ride. She rides it. It's up long enough for her to ride the ride again.
For those who can't see it, it's
a doll, a burnt. Kind of American Girl doll-esque young Asian American girl who's heavily burnt. She's holding a sign that says "Remember Hiroshima," and
I'd say ashen. She's not actually got burns. Like it's not a burnt doll, but it's very sad. I do love that security was just like, "What's the doll?" And she's like, "It's its story. Like this is it's a sad doll." And they're like, "Okay, you guys are weird." Okay,
yeah.
I'll let you in. Like, I think we all need to be very clear though. This was on the ride for maybe 5 minutes.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah. No.
So
long enough for her to get on the ride twice. Because she got video of it.
No, someone's behind. We know someone's got to be behind her because someone's also getting this footage of her taking the doll.
Which means she had a man on the inside that was documenting.
No. She got on to drop the doll, and the person who got, you're so right, Nathan.
Like two
and the person
boats
got
behind.
On they let 30 people go before them in the line, and then they got in the line so that they could just be readily placed. You're so right, Nick. You're so right. Because we don't see her placing the doll because that guy is a couple boats back. Ooh, the plot thickens. I hate both of these people. Now, I want to make my second point in the middle of my first point about how this woman's a narcissist who made it about her. That it's funny, Ben. You know, another American tourism location that people love to go to, take photos at, they walk, they get beautiful presentations and a fun little song. The Ben and Jerry's tour in Vermont, where you could have very easily have made a statement about your own legacy and the legacy of America and the industry by placing it where, you eat, where you made all your cash. An American tourism location with lots of highs every day that's got tombstones out back with dead ice cream flavors. Bury the doll back there with them, for crying out loud, Ben. It's so weird. It's so, take it to the Smithsonian and stick it on the T-Rex. It's such a very specifically,
well,
brunch nibble.
Let's give the
so
Smithsonian
weird.
a break. They're going through a lot right now.
Sure.
free editing history.
Right. It's such like a weird sort of like, hey buddy, like put the doll in a freezer. In the Ben and Jerry's aisle, you want attention. Why weren't you there, Ben? Like, where's your cool old guy energy? Bernie Sanders would have been there, is all I'm saying. It would have been Bernie carrying in the doll. He would have put it on the ride himself.
This is my granddaughter's doll. I'm taking this doll in.
This is her story.
This is her story. I do not like this line. Only 2% of the people here get to ride this ride.
I don't even say that to say that I'm a Bernie fan. There's lots of pictures of him being arrested. He's cool. You know what I mean? Like he's just ready to get arrested. You know what I mean? So
he does the work.
This just feels like lazy, is he sleeping with this blonde woman? I have to assume.
Don't. Allegedly, you're going to get us in trouble.
Allegedly. Is he allegedly sleeping with this woman who made her Hiroshima protest at TikTok about herself?
My favorite bit of this is that she starts one of the videos by saying, "Time to get into some good trouble," and I'm like, "You are not John Lewis. You do not get to." What? Crazy. Anyway.
Yeah.
We've gone off the deep end on this.
What's the ultimate goal, though? Is it to go viral, or is it to move your agenda ahead? And my second question for you guys is this: you come out here to beautiful California, you go to Disneyland. Things are going to happen. What would you rather happen on your cruise? Would you rather see the doll or the naked guy?
Oh, that's interesting.
I would love to see that naked guy. That would.
I would like to see that naked guy.
Hey, oh my god, I would have lived. If they could put a naked guy, if they could just hide one naked guy every day at the beginning of the day, it's like, oh, there's a naked guy on one ride. We're not going to tell you which ride.
Yeah,
get ready, rope droppers. One of you might see a naked guy. All right, go find the naked guy. He's out there. Call security as soon as you see him.
Would they call
is that Indiana Jones? No, that's a naked guy.
Would they call it the Hidden Dickie?
Hidden Dickie, yes.
Hidden Dickie.
Yes.
Oh, Bricky, I love you, buddy. You're amazing.
Oh.
Imagineer That is back. Tom Morrow 2.0 returns for a grand total of 20,000 people to see him back. Not a soul gave a crap about Tom Morrow coming back. Not enough marketing on the face of the earth could make anyone interested in this guy. He's the last person anyone wants back of all the weird Imagineering characters. If you would have asked me, where's Buzzy? Just ask Tom Morrow where Buzzy is. That's what I want to know.
Were either of you Tom Morrow fans? Did you watch Imagineering That? Was that a thing?
In the same capacity, I watched like the hotel TV show with Stacey Abrams or whatever her name was.
I don't think it was Stacey Abrams.
Stacey Abrams.
Stacey, I think, but it wasn't Stacey Abrams.
I don't know.
I like that turn of events. I like the idea of not being governor and deciding to be on People's Resort TV. That would be great. I would love that. I write romance books.
Disney.
Yeah. Here's what I think is weird about this video. Not in a bad way, but I went to an internship program in Los Angeles my senior year of school, and it was a couple other schools. Everybody came together, and Jonathan Friday, who's in the video, was in my cohort. I know Jonathan, and so I've gotten sort of used to like a Bryce Krosky showing up, and I know him, or like a Brandon, but it was a new face of going like another person. Like people my age are doing things, and it's very strange when that gets to that point.
Yeah.
But God bless him.
Well, you're old now, man.
Yeah, I'm not used to that. Hey, you know what? Anything that's Imagineering and gets kids interested, I'm fine. Sure, spend the money. That's great.
Yeah. Well, something I'm way more interested.
I was going to say, I just would love to know who went through this video with a fine-tooth comb to read all the Post-it notes, because there's a whole sector of YouTube where it's like, you go through Imagineering clips frame by frame, trying to see what mysteries you can solve in the background.
They did that.
They find great stuff when they do it.
Yeah, and I'm sure that these people are cheeky enough that most of these were like, I think there was one that no one had heard of yet. They were like, well, we're releasing that next week, so just go ahead and put it in. Like, there's a little bit of that, but I don't see one that says Marty wants changes, which is the only one I would want to see on that board. So,
speaking of Epcot.
Epcot
debuts new Seabase aquarium name and sign.
Now, you think, Dan, that this is probably boring.
Show it to me.
I think this is one of the...
Oh, that's nice.
Yes, but I just think in concept, this news seems I think this is one of the most interesting things that's happened to Epcot in this year. only because I have been a long goer of going through this exit into the Seabase. And since the origins of this ride, it has really always been kind of this, at first, very much so, you can only go one way, right? And so this is really the first acknowledgement that you can
$10 says this sign gave him a tax credit. As $10 said, $10 said by labeling it an aquarium and having a dedicated entrance, you could now like qualify for this sort of like funding, or I guarantee it. Why else put the $1,500 into this?
I think
we know Disney.
I think they got sick of people asking if they could go through the exit, which happened all the time. And it's interesting to me that they're sort of stripping away the seas with Nemo from now. Seabase Aquarium is its kind of its own thing, much like the land was like the land, and then you could do a thing inside of it. The seas has always been this weird area, always, that was like, well, it's kind of one experience, and you can kind of only do it one way.
Well, now with this sign labeled above the door, 4% of the 30% of every ticket to Animal Kingdom can now go to supporting more efforts here at this Seabase Aquarium, where we do wildlife preservation every day. It's that kind of thing. I guarantee it. Guarantee it.
Well, it's good sign. I think it is good.
Good sign.
I think it's a good use
sign.
of mapping.
I love a sign.
And letting people know things. Mark, am I crazy here? Is this a good call?
Always love a sans serif font, and like the way they put this together, like the typography and the design of Epcot's phenomenal.
Sans serif means it doesn't have dangles, right?
Yes. Which
Nice.
is funny because Tomorrowland here in California has a serif font, and nothing says the future like Times New Roman. So I love.
Oh, we're getting dangles in the future, buddy. I don't know if you heard.
But I just like the
Bringing
typography,
dangles back.
the overall design system of Epcot, like all the different icons and the way that they all snap together.
Yeah.
I love that the front part of Epcot feels like you're walking around on some sort of bizarre college campus that was built in the early 80s. I just absolutely
By a Bond villain.
I adore the front of that part.
Yes, I know how Killer James bonded my aquarium. No, make a backup futuristic ride about cars.
Sharks with
Make sure
lasers
I can
on
run
them,
them
yeah.
over with the car.
I got drug on the Finding Nemo attraction at Epcot.
Boy, I'm so.
sorry.
That's a great way to start any speech. I got drugged into this speech.
I got dragged onto Nemo
I've been
for
drugged.
the first time.
I've been drugged into this. Yeah. Did you like it?
Blew my mind when there was real
it's
fish
incredible.
all of a sudden. I had no
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
I didn't know
It's
that's
never.
where
It's
it
not
was
going
going
anywhere. It's going to be there forever. It's perfect.
I was
It's
used to
perfect.
what we have here, and then the next thing you know, I'm in a real aquarium. I'm like, oh my god, this is like mind blown. And so when I took my friends and family out there, the first year I took them out there, I put them on Living with the Land, and I lost all their respect. The next year, I really had to talk them into going on Nemo because I knew that they would love the surprise. And I'm like, just trust me, we got to do this. And that blew them away. When the ride just takes you into a real aquarium, that is such a great Disney magic trick. But Living with the Land, they were looking at me like, what in the hell
Mark,
did you just get us on?
need better friends because Living with the Land is perfect.
It is perfect. If he might have taken them on when like half of it was broken, which they've since fixed. They've since it's better now, Mark. So next
rusty.
time you're out,
I think when you're a hardcore Disney fan and you understand like the context of everything, Living with the Land represents a very innocent and bizarre chapter in the history. But when you're a casual fan and you're floating around cucumbers, you're like, how the hell did I end up here? And what am I doing with my life?
Right. Yeah.
Not for
Also,
everyone.
let me just say that the Seas with Nemo has the best queue in any attraction.
That's great.
Like about 10:30 a.m. or so, when the ride drops down to about a 10-minute wait, I would pay like $40-$50 to like just be allowed to set up a picnic chair like in there and just like hang out and like
chill,
have
vibe
like a
out.
waiter bring me like a Coke Zero. I'll pay more. I'll pay $150 for a dessert party under the sea. It's
Now,
just
Dan,
so cool in there. I love it.
I'm gonna give you a versus here. Would you rather do that or seat/dessert party in ET Adventure Queue?
No.
Oh,
No. No.
Not
I
ET
don't need,
Adventure
every one of my sweet bites to taste like pine salt.
Well, that's
like
true.
that they're like pumping into
That's
this
a valid
the space.
point.
Yeah,
How long can you listen to a speak and spell? Right.
And also, I don't need ET's dad checking on me every 15 minutes. While I'm eating, while I'm serving my obesity at a buffet. I don't need Botanicus to be like, hey, any fatties here? Botanicus checking in. You guys need anything, you fatties? You
guys,
need some Kool-Aid?
you
some
guys
sugar-free
cool?
Kool-Aid?
You know how Botanicus is. He's like,
how's your
you guys cool?
insulin? Botanicus is checking.
We have an
resistance.
update.
Make sure you walk.
We have an update,
what's
Dan.
the Portland Pickles debate.
So, as listeners and watchers of the show will remember, the Portland Pickles had recently sued Disney for their use of the concept of a baseball team based around pickles, basically.
Yeah.
That was in a show no one cared about and no one watched and everyone got mad at, which was, I can't even remember the name of it now. Win or Lose.
Win or Lose. Yep.
And basically, there's no story here beyond the fact that I wanted to let everybody know that Disney has settled with the Portland Pickles. Our national nightmare is over.
You know what's funny? I think a judge made it happen. If I had to guess, if like some litigator was like, you cannot establish a. You can't establish a what I'm trying like where someone who has the same name as another team suddenly can sue them because there are 7 billion Trojans and Eagles and like all these high school teams are all named the same, selling the same thing, buying and so the merchant, but like no one, that's not brand confusion. That's not brand confusion.
But
in
if
any
you're
capacity.
But if you are the Portland Pickles, you sue Disney because you can sue Disney.
Right? Sure. Yeah.
So
get that
you're gonna get your money, and now you can buy new uniforms for your baseball players. So I don't know. Good on them, Portland Pickles.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Mark, here's a fun fact, and I didn't realize until now that Nathan was one because he writes here "Furries rejoice," and he wrote that. So that sounds like a communal kind of like note that he wrote.
It ain't
Furries rejoice.
Not
Mr.
my
Wolf
tribe.
Meet and greet debuts.
Not my
Look
tribe,
at this guy.
but they're happy about it.
I got
sure.
so many DMs about this guy and about how people don't like him. And
What?
No, people don't like him.
Why?
Because it's a human man wearing a fur head, and like the vibes of furries is like this isn't it. This isn't it. This isn't it.
But
for
that's
the furries.
exactly how he looks in the movie.
Sure, but like you compensate. You can compensate. You just compensate. No one cares. No one's paying that close of attention.
Do you think so? My
You could have
belief.
used a little padding. I don't need to see human knees.
I get that.
I don't need to see human knees. He could have used. I don't need to see human hips or shoulders.
Yeah.
I could have used just a little ounce of padding just to compensate for the size of his head. That's all. That's all.
I would
just
say-
a schmidge, just some shoulder pads.
I would say no animal has looked more closely like their own actor. And this looks like Sam Rockwell. Like, this is real Sam Rockwell energy.
That
coming off
is
this
Sam
guy.
Rockwell in there. He does
Probably.
like Jack Sparrow, like with Johnny Depp sometimes when he hops in the ride.
Yeah.
Sam Rockwell is so method that he will dress as the bad.
He's not coming out until the third movie. He's
Bad
staying
Boys.
in that
What's
costume.
it called? Bad Boys.
The bad guys. You're the one with children. Why do I know this?
Yeah, my kids
the
are
bad
watching
guys.
this garbage.
this first one's
The
pretty
bad
good.
guys. Is it good?
Yeah, first one. It was fun. I don't know.
Hey, more sign news. This is a sign-heavy episode.
This
for
is
you,
in
Mark.
memoriam. This is our in memoriam segment.
Mickey's gift station signs.
We are saying goodbye, finally, to a sign that has been up 5 years after the store has closed, and that is this Mickey's gift station sign. In the arms of an angel. This sign, if you remember leaving Magic Kingdom, you would see this, I believe, on the left side when you were exiting. And
My
it
God,
was
if
just
this ends up on Tom Corliss's set,
you
I'm
better
gonna
believe
be
it is.
furious.
Where else is
Be
it going to
furious.
go?
This belongs in the Smithsonian. Look at this piece
I
of art.
agree. I agree.
My favorite is the neon budget was only for those two little tubes at the end
Yeah.
of the sausage shape. Like that's all we got for neon, guys. It's just
all
two
we got.
little tubes.
That's all we can do. That's all we can do. I
This-
do love a
or a-
monorail, though. That's great.
Conversely, this feels like the sign guy just put scraps together to make a
Yes.
little sign for this gift shop. Hey, I got this crap left over. Let's throw it together, Geppetto style. Baby.
Yeah.
I'll make a wish. Let's see if it comes to life.
Here's this old monorail that nobody was using. I got
Yeah.
some safety caution tape here.
Yeah,
I got
here's
another
the hot
little
dog
sausage.
stand I was pitching that they canceled. I got the hot dog neon from
Jerry, we still
my-
got those two extra neons. We could put those on there too.
I like
That's
I like the that's the professional term, by the way. People is neons. We pluralize neons. Hey, I need some neons.
Yeah, is neon like moose or geese?
Oh,
Goose? Is there another word? The
plural of
nei?
neon is nei. I don't know.
That's the
know.
gender bent
Anyway.
Neo and the Matrix reboot they're going to do in 3 years.
Multiple
Nei.
neos. I salute the passing of this sign.
Good sign, Mark. In your designer opinion, good sign.
Funny sign. I would put it down as a funny sign. Yeah,
Good,
a funny
good.
sign. I mean,
Does its job.
But here's the thing. It's now so outdated that it has a charm to it.
Yeah.
Even
Sure.
though it was a big strikeout at time of
Right.
arrival, but
Right.
the two little pipes just sticking
Like
out of
Bob
the awning
Gurr.
now is so sad. Just the
Right.
two little pipes sticking out is so bad.
Also like Bob Gurr. He's got
That's not a little pipe. That's not a little pipe.
no man. This is a fun for our final news bit.
Welcome to Beware Our Guest, our segment where we are wary of guests and what they do.
Oh my gosh. Mark, you're gonna love this.
This is from WWNT. A Kentucky tourist was arrested and charged with possession of methamphetamine when she was caught with drugs at the most magical place on earth. After, according to her, a stranger gave them to her at a Orlando hotel. Brandy Asher, 37, of London, Kentucky, says she forgot she had meth with her until Disney security found it at Transportation and Ticket Center, according to her arrest report. She pleaded not guilty. The situation unfolded on May 20th. Of course, we get these late because they get put into the docket or whatever. At 9:30 a.m., Disney security officer Frederick Siadri found a tin can inside of Asher's bag, and he shook it, and nothing made a noise, and that concerned him. So it says here that he opened it. He asked Brandy what the items were. She advised it was medicine because she gets headaches, and she stated it was Goody's Headache Power, is what she called it. Brandy started shaking and telling Frederick that he could just throw the items away. However, Frederick could not do that. Brandy became increasingly nervous and started putting the items from the can into her pockets. Later, she would say that she was staying at the Westgate Resort a few days earlier, and someone randomly came up to her and offered her the meth. And without telling her husband, as you do,
Well,
she accepted the drugs and mistakenly thought she left him at the hotel.
If meth was free,
we've all
you can't
been
get
here.
in trouble for buying meth, is all I'm
We've
saying.
all been here. You get some free meth.
Yep.
The meth ferry of Orlando comes
Mark, when
down.
was the last time you got free meth at a Westgate?
I mean, they put them right next to the cookies, right? That's how.
Yeah.
I am from Kentucky. That's my.
Is
my
this your
roots go
sister?
No, and also not my stepmom.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's my mother, it's my sister, it's my mother.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're Chinatowning over here.
I would just like to say, on behalf of Kentucky, the woman is from London, Kentucky. And if you know anything about this area, she was doing the best that she could. Absolutely doing the best that she could.
Yeah, if she was at Disney World, she was doing okay.
Yeah.
You know? And just let mommy have her medicine. It's fine. It's fine.
I don't know. I don't know if it's fine.
I mean, you know,
Not
if you
fine
have
for
ADD,
mommy.
you're just doing meth. I mean, like, here's the thing. Like, you know, like, just get this woman a prescription. That's all.
Oh,
The
that's a
things
nice.
the things that people get caught trying to take into the park, it just shows the poor decision making just trickles down. Like, not only are you deciding to use this beautiful life we're all given to do meth, but then you're just like, I'm not taking it into the park with me. Like when the guy goes with the cooler full of guns, like,
Yeah.
what part of this did you think was going to work out that you're going to
Or
just take a cooler full of guns into Magic Kingdom, brother?
The past story where the guy brought a bulky wallet full of cocaine in, just
yeah,
Bulky.
bulky. You're just
Bulky.
like, I look. I want people to have a good time, but if you need this to have a good time at Disney, I don't think it's Disney doing a bad job. Probably you need to rethink how you have a good time.
Yeah. It was free. It was free meth. She was
It
being
was
economical.
free meth. I mean, you can't. Hey, a free meth. I mean,
Yeah,
at least
but
sell
we-
it. If someone's
Really,
missing
look,
free
someone's going to
meth,
turn down free meth?
yeah.
This economy?
In
this
this
is the thing,
economy.
though. For every person that gets caught, statistically, there's somebody who gets through.
Mm-hmm.
So how many people have we cruise past in the Magic Kingdom that was just blazing on their own pixie dust? Like, that's the thing that I
Who
want to
knew
know.
to leave 3 Altoids in the tin so that it still shakes, still makes a little noise when the security guard shakes.
Don't worry, everybody. Meth is going to be like the new Tylenol into like a month, according to RFK. So it won't be a big deal.
Yo, is he legalizing meth? That's awesome.
Probably. I don't know. What's
Well,
the date? I don't know.
He's probably dentist lobbyists are coming at him hard. I bet they're like, oh, we need business.
We need
legalize
business.
meth.
The one, if I could find a cool thing or a positive note about that guy, it's
Silver
like,
lining.
the silver lining is, I guess if you're going to be in charge of drugs, you should have tried them all at some point. That's the only way that I can
Fair
look
enough.
at it halfway positive.
Fair enough.
Daddy tried them all, so he knows.
Yeah. I had no trouble with it. I don't know why anyone. I should say I had no trouble with it. You know.
Oh, the voice. I love it.
Let's see. But yeah, that's the news this month.
That's the
everybody.
news.
Oh well,
What?
not all of our news. We should be. Some of you are freaking out, and we should
Yeah.
have said this at the beginning because you're like, "Where is the Halloween news?"
No,
we
if
got.
they really wanted to know, they'll stay to listen.
Oh,
Yeah,
Here's
there's
the
lots
thing.
of spooky news.
yeah. Spooky news is coming up next week with our good friend Dallin for a full Foolish Mortals episode. So all that spooky news, including HHN
It's
houses
just,
and all that.
Also,
business.
just let everybody know, it's like Dallas is how he told me when you say his
Dallin?
name. Dallin. It's like Dallas. Mm-hmm. It's how he
Yeah.
told me. But I mean,
So
I
say
have
it
a
with
Pennsylvania accent. Yeah.
yeah,
Just let people know because people like say stuff to me all the time. Like, are you saying his name right?
yeah.
I just had that weird thought. I'm
So he's
sorry.
going to come on Offhand Disney. We'll be here next week.
Yeah.
For the spooky news.
For spooky news.
That man knows
You ever
spooky.
run into
He knows
Dallin
spooky.
out there in Mark in Disneyland? You ever bump heads with him?
I've not bumped heads, but I've bumped into him twice.
Well, not bump heads. You know what I mean.
I've hung out with him twice out there. Really nice guy. I
Great dude.
enjoy his channel. It's one of my Saturday watches. I always like to see what he gets up to, and I love the creativity that he brings to Disney content. I wish more people would take that level. Like people are covering a creative thing, often in a not very creative way, and I like that he kind of makes his videos like the subject matter that he's covering. I've always admired
As
that
the
about
maker of Drape, I understand why you respect him. Well, hey, at the end of every episode, we like to talk about some fun things we're doing with Fun and Tell. So let's wrap it up by talking about some fun stuff we did. I just went to Disneyland, and it was awesome. Although, operationally, it's a disaster. Avis rental car rental desks are run better, I believe, than Disneyland after my 48 hours on property. It's just a mess. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? You remove all of the water filling stations after 9 p.m. at the Disneyland Hotel. Why? Why? Do you think I won't be thirsty at 10 p.m. or at 1 o'clock in the morning? And it's not like there's like, it's $6 for a bottle of water. You know what I mean? Like, also the security, Mark, why, Mark, what?
Why? That's
what
it.
is-
That's the end of it.
Why? Why?
Security?
At Disneyland. It is. I don't know.
You
I tweeted
think
the other
it's
day.
bad?
I tweeted the other day that they take a picture of my insides before I can board a plane. It's 2025. Why is Sam aggressively fisting my Loungefly and taking everything out of it? I mean, what is going on at Disneyland? It is like I am still. It's like pre-TSA stuff, baby. Like it's by hand.
I have asked the same question because I don't know if you know this, but the same company owns Walt Disney World that owns Disneyland Resort. And if you go, yeah, that's a rare fun fact that you're not going to hear on Offhand
Hot
Disney.
tip.
What are you saying? What are you saying?
If anybody's ever been to Walt Disney World, you know you breeze through security and ticketing. You're just in there. And if you've been to Disneyland, you know that it's quite the opposite. Takes you forever to get through security, takes you forever to get through ticketing. What I've been told is that they wanted to do the fast pass security that they do on the East Coast, but there's a couple of different stories how this got sort of broken apart. But the overall theme that I hear from everybody who would know is that this is a union thing. And that the union doesn't want the faster machines because it means less humans. And so everybody has to suffer so that the union can hit its volume.
I want to immediately put a pin in that and say, no, union, you're stupid. Please come over to Disney World and go through security. There are more people standing around than I've ever seen in my entire freaking life. And it's only, my God, I wish ride operations had the same amount of people on them as, I wish costume characters were roaming the park nearly as freely as the guys hanging out at security at Disney World.
Dan, let me
And
throw
you
you
can
this.
you could go to
feel free.
Disneyland for 2 days, Dan. 2 days you could go to Disneyland. Or you could go to Walt Disney World for a week. The 2 days at Disneyland, you will spend more time going through security and getting through ticketing than you will your entire week at Walt Disney World. That's how bad it is. It sucks.
What's your thought, Nathan?
Well, two things. One, it's Florida, so there are no more unions, and they just expect you to have a gun. And two, as someone who has went through Tokyo Disney's security, they do the old traditional method as well. But it's amazing how much faster things go when everybody has a cohesive concept of order. I don't necessarily want to blame security fully for why it takes forever. I mean, if you've ever seen an American attempt to, I don't know, go through security, we are some of the worst unprepared people on the face of this planet, probably, for that process. So I think it's a little bit of a column A, a little bit of column B.
If the union's listening, you're not going to lose jobs, guys.
So was your fun thing that you hated security? Was that the fun?
No, my fun thing is that I hate Disneyland's operational, like, what do you mean you told Rainforest Cafe to leave and then you put a Star Wars gift shop in the building? Like,
in
it's
the
just
front,
like
10% of the building. They're still not using over like 80% of that building.
Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know. It was like a death by 1,000 cuts going to Disneyland. At Disney World, at least they charge me $40 for everything, and it's fine. At least I know I'm going to pay $40 for it, and I'm going to get it. At Disneyland, it's like...
You get to go to Disneyland, which is infinitely better than the Magic Kingdom, so...
Sometimes. The Haunted Mansion's not that great compared to Disney World's.
Disneyland does have the attention to infinite detail. That's what makes it special. But if we're looking at it from an operations, when you go to Walt Disney World, which I do 4 times a year for a week at a time, so I spend a month there out of my entire year. When you go to Walt Disney World, you get treated like you're on vacation. When you go to Disneyland, you get treated like an annoying annual pass holder, even if you're coming in from out of town. And that's a really bad problem that a lot of the cast members, have fatigue, and they treat everybody like they're an asshole.
Come on, cast members.
It's not the way that it is at that other park that they own.
Come on.
I mean,
I had a good time,
the locals
though.
park concept, for sure.
Loved it.
Well, that's good. It sounds like you didn't, but I'm glad you did.
Well, as someone who just observes the operations of a theme park because it's my job, I couldn't help just be like, why? It's 2025.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I agree.
My printer in my office has more technology than Disney security does.
Oh, your printer's not a Tupperware bowl?
No, it's not. Nathan, is there an L in there?
Herdling, yes.
Herdling. What's that?
So a new game by it's being distributed by Panic, which is the company behind such games as Thank Goodness You're Here, if you've ever played that, or Firewatch. This game,
Good Neighbor. Are they Good Neighbor guys?
I don't think they're
Which game is this? Oh, okay.
Panic.
I'm trying to remember if I remember the other. Anyway, keep going.
Anyway,
I'm not going to interrupt you.
So Panic does really, really rad stuff. So they've done. Untitled Goose Game is the other one. A lot of people
Goose
know.
Game. Yes, okay. It's this game company. Yeah, they're amazing.
So they're amazing, and I've never not liked the thing that they do. Cable Sasser, who's a pretty big Disney nerd, if you are on Blue Sky, is one of the CEOs, or is the CEO of the company. And their new game, Herdling, is so good. It's short. It's like 3 hours. And you are this little girl who herds these beautiful, horned, weird little creatures around. You get them out of the city, and you take them all the way up onto this mountain. And you can turn off, I'm going to give everyone a tip, you can turn on invincibility for your herd. That way you don't lose anybody, because I lost one, and boy, that didn't feel good. So the world is tough. No need to have pets die in games. So turn on that setting. But it's just so nice to play a video game that's like, we are an emotive experience. We want you to feel a certain way, and we're gonna. It's like a good 90-minute movie. You're like, we're in, we're out. It's that. So I loved it. It was a really good experience. I'll probably play it again at some point. It's right now free on Xbox Game Pass if you have Xbox Game Pass.
Neat.
And I can't recommend it enough. It's an absolute blast.
Mark, you doing anything fun? You want to share anything fun that you're up to?
Yeah, I had a couple of fun things that happened to me in the last week. first, I've started going to Universal parks for the first time ever. I went for the second time this week. I went to Universal Hollywood Studios, and it's surprisingly way more fun than I could ever have imagined. So that's been fun. And the second time I went there, I got invited to come out, and they gave me a one-on-one like personal tour of like the backstage and how it works, which is fantastic. I went and saw an awesome live podcast in a little town by the name of Los Angeles. Dead Men Do Tell Some Tales.
Yeah,
And
what a fun day that was, wasn't it?
it was fantastic, dude. Like, your all show was great. And, you know, when I got into this sort of subgenre of like Disney culture, it's always interesting to see how it's interpreted. And you guys just went for it, and it was, you know, rated X, and everybody leaned into it and had a good time. And
It was very inappropriate.
like, inappropriate things were said, and you didn't like shy back. You like
Yeah.
lean forward,
All
like
in good
lean
fun.
forward, like bask in the glory of-
Some wild stuff was happening.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
really, really fun. And then another little cool thing that happened to me last week is I got caught trespassing. I was at a hotel, and I was using their hotel to film some Disneyland Forward content. And the hotel manager came up to me, and he said, what are you doing here? And I did what I always do in situations. I took over. I said, hey, my name's Mark. I do a YouTube channel. I love Disneyland. I love where your hotel's at. And I got him so hyped up on what I was doing. He goes, this sounds cool, man. You want to go on the roof? And so he took me up on the roof, and I was filming into Disneyland from the 6th floor of the roof.
Kindness
of the
kills,
hotel.
man. Kindness kills. It
It
really
does.
does.
Secret
It does,
sauce,
like-
baby.
Yeah.
Like, if you want me to leave, I'll leave, and I'll never show back up. But let me tell you what I'm doing. And I told him what I was up to. He goes, that sounds awesome. He's like, you want to? So me and this guy are up on the roof, and I'm just like filming all of Disneyland from 6 stories over harbor. So
That's cool.
Had an action-packed week. And I started a vlog called the Bricky Vlog, and it's kind of just put this quest and like go out every day and try to do something to film it. And it's doing something really cool for a guy my age. It's making life go slower than faster. And so I've really appreciated like getting out and documenting something every day.
I'm
because-
trapped. Time's going slow. I don't know what's happening. I'm aging at a slower rate than before. This isn't
Dude,
a good thing.
I-
My mortality is still before me, but it's slipping slower now.
Slowing time down is a blessing, man, because it just the older you get, it's been proven scientifically that it feels like it goes faster because you have more life experience. So finding a way to just kind of slow it down a little bit and look at each day as its individual quest instead of a bridge to the next spot has just been fantastic. And dude, you guys having me up here is awesome, man. It's so awesome to get to hang out with you guys.
Yeah,
This was a lot of
I've
fun.
been wanting to chat with you forever, and we need to have you back on. We'll get you on with Peter maybe to talk about Drape, because I think that'd be a really fun conversation, because you really took it to the limits. And again, it's homework for all you listeners out there. Mark knows what he's talking about. He's a great guy. He makes some really. I love all your new thumbnails, baby, are so smooth. They're so well made.
Thank you.
I hate you. I hate you
It's the
so
most
much.
important part of the video. The thumbnail
Yeah.
is the most important part. And for anybody who's into YouTube, make the thumbnail first, make the video second, and you'll find success.
All right, Mr. Beast. All right. Okay.
It's true.
Mark, where
it
can
works.
people find you out there on the internet?
You can-
Where do you social hard?
I social only on the YouTube. You can find me over on my 2 channels. My main channel is Hey Brickey, where I show up every Saturday, where we study Disneyland's past to better predict its future. And if you want to hang out with me daily, you can find me over on the Bricky Vlog, where there are no rules. Just the only rule is to show up and hang out with my community.
Bricky's nude in every vlog. It is wild. He
It's so
starts
hot.
every vlog from a nude beach. And so you got to make sure you check it out, man. It's wild.
What is themed entertainment if you can't theme
Yeah,
anything, right?
His sub channel, Hey Dicky. He plugged it a
Dicky,
little
yeah.
bit earlier. He's being
Yeah, Dicky
sly
News.
about it.
Yeah.
But it's very specific. So
The only way to make money at this is to get a sponsor for the blur spot that goes over my crotch in every video. And that's
yeah,
just
but
been
you
the
sell
way.
it. Squarespace right now is sponsoring his crotch, so it's wild.
Square. Dan, we have a new place that people can find us. Would you
Yeah?
let them know?
Where?
You're like, we do?
Where
Yeah.
can people find us? Did I pay for it?
Funfunfunpod.com.
Oh yeah, I did. I bought that
You
domain.
did pay
yeah.
for it. I forced you.
Funfunfunpod.com. Head on over.
Yeah.
And
So
also
there-
email Nathan. Nathan, what's your email?
You don't have to. You can just go to funfunpod.com and there's a contact us link, and you can contact us through that link.
Yeah,
And
email
that'll-
us, please.
That'll
Send us
open
things.
your mail. We have watch and listen.
and
all our
also
socials.
leave some. You're not listening to this. It's too late in the podcast, but leave some reviews. A bunch of
Yeah.
you did it, and it's great. Leave some more. That's great.
Yeah, more
Sprinkle
reviews.
some reviews on that, on those reviews. Thanks,
Yeah.
Mark. Appreciate it, dude.
Thanks, guys.
This has been a production of 710 Media.